The best way to multiply success is to share it with others. Hi, we're the Goats, and this is Requip. Our team is made up of Connor Gibson, Charlie Devlin, Div Mather, and Morgan Napier.
Currently, there are roughly 2.3 million SMEs in Australia and roughly 500,000 SMEs in New Zealand. Through research and analysis, we have established that SMEs face the three key challenges associated with their business. Firstly, cash flow. Secondly, barriers to resources. And finally, sustainable processes. With cash flow being the first point, this has always been an ongoing issue for SMEs due to the very nature of SMEs, with the lack of access to capital and lack of financial capabilities. Secondly, barriers to resources. SMEs have shown to suffer from a shortage of resources and information, with 42% of businesses reporting costs of development and introduction of innovation as a medium to high barrier to innovation. Finally, SMEs currently show inadequate attentiveness to environmental and sustainable happenings. In response to these three key challenges, our team is introducing Requip, a collaborative online platform that connects SMEs within and across industries to share assets, resources, and knowledge. At Requip, we believe the best way to multiply success is to share it with others. The foundations that Requip is built upon are the values of sustainability, trusting relationships, and the co-creation of value in the sharing economy. So, how does Requip work? A simple overview of how the platform works is as follows. Number 1, SMEs connect to our online sharing marketplace. Number 2, SMEs can either post unused assets to other SMEs or seek out and hire an asset to utilize from another SME for a certain period of time. And finally, once the hired period has been fulfilled and the assets have been returned, a rating/review is completed by both parties to finalize the deal.
So what does asset sharing achieve? Asset sharing within the sharing economy enables greater resource accessibility. Users can access resources they only need for short periods at a time. This can reduce entry barriers into industry, and it optimizes existing assets. Asset sharing can also increase SME cash flow through leasors leasing out underutilized assets for income and reducing equipment expenses for lessees. And if you know anything about sustainability, you know that the number one rule is reduce. In the sharing economy, resources are shared for optimal usage, which therefore decreases the necessity to purchase these assets outright. Asset sharing can also have a great impact on the environment through energy savings and waste reductions, as there is less need for products and journeys made.
Perfection takes time. We've projected that the first 4 steps of our software development lifecycle, planning, analysis, design, and development, will take 4 months. Our curated MVP will then be released as a beta tester as part of Step 5 in the SDLC for a further 4 months. Once beta testing is completed, further adjustments, integration, and promotion will commence. Between 8 to 12 months, we hope to see a large uptake of our software within the trade contracting sector. Thereafter, continuous development initiatives will allow us to continually better our offering, tailored to our customer base's needs. Requip's architectural plan starts with the customer at the front end. The facade or user interface allows for data collection from the app users. Any data supplied by them, be it account details or listing information, is stored and processed through Firebase cloud systems. Furthermore, MYOB's Essentials Inventory Management APIs, Invoicing Management APIs, Google Calendar APIs, and the ANZ Payment APIs will complete the back end of the software. We have developed 4 ways of gaining traction within the trade contracting sector. Firstly, our web marketing will include targeted advertisements through the social medias, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, amongst others. Additionally, further sponsored ads will populate related web searches through search engine optimization. Secondly, we aim to collaborate with proven tradie favourite radio stations, George FM and The Edge, for further campaigning. Relevant trade shows will then be attended by our campaign activators in an effort to drum up excitement about the possibilities of Requip. Lastly, a peer referral program will be implemented, motivating existing customers to invite new members to join in an effort to receive 1 month free general membership.
So how will we continuously improve? Our customer feedback system will be our process of innovation to foster continuous improvement. Further down the line, there are 2 opportunities that we would like to seize. Firstly, with more disposable resources and capital, employing machine learning to build a recommendation system for users. Secondly, once we have generated a sufficient client base, proposing a collaboration with the app Assigner that is on the MYOB marketplace, as they provide internal resource utilization of equipment and we provide the external side for a peer-to-peer network.
A business model consists of 3 different options. First option is a general member, which is a 5% service fee on all transactions, access to all listings within your industry, and ability to list all underused assets. This comes around to $15 per month. Step above from that is the extra member, which has no service fee on transactions, access to all listings within your industry, ability to list underused assets as well. This comes around to $30 per month. And our highest subscription is a premium member, which has no service fee on transactions, access to all listings within your industry, and you're featured higher up on the listings of underused assets, which comes around to $37 per month. Moving on to risk and mitigation portion of our slides. At Requip, we've come up with a number of risks that could potentially be identified at the launch of Requip. And we've come up with the following measures as well to be taken to alleviate these risks. So our first risk is users who aren't performing their duties as a borrower or a lender, whether that's through wrongful use of assets or poor service. So our mitigation for this is a simple in-app rating system to rate users and hold borrowers/lenders accountable for their actions. Our second risk is accountability of damages/accidents. Our mitigation for this is quite simple. It's an insurance and terms and conditions agreement prior to transactions to legally safeguard both borrowers and lenders in case of accident and damage or other unforeseen circumstances. Third risk is health and safety, which is very important, especially for an asset sharing app. Our mitigation for this is also inductions and training for equipment ensured before hire or purchase. Final risk is unfair benefits, and a simple mitigation for this is the platform is designed around the co-creation of value as opposed to one party being better off. Moving on to our financial forecast. We have forecasted our financials 5 years into the future, including year 0, which is our initial outlay. So some key takeaways from this forecast is that we have a $190,000 initial outlay, which includes app setup costs and the employment of 2 full-time junior developers. We will be using debt financing to finance this initial outlay of $190,000 with an interest rate of 10%, which keeps in line with current going bank rates and have been accounted respectively. We expect to expand the team as years go on to provide maintenance and upkeep of the app, and we also accounted for the leasing cost of an office once you have a full team set up in a third year with a yearly leasing cost of around $30,000. So moving on to the financial overview, which is our final slide for financials. We expect to break even between the 3rd and the 4th year, as seen on the graph. And we expect a payback period of 4.15 years, where we can really start to make an overall profit from our venture, including our losses and our initial investment. So that wraps up our presentation for today. On behalf of Team Goats, we want to say a big thank you for your time and consideration.